Hi, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining the webinar with me today. For those of you that may be watching the video, we're having a few technical issues with my video sharing, so apologies if I freeze in a rather unflattering pose on the screen. I'm Laura Maddox, and I'm Head of Channel here at PromptVoice. I've been with PromptVoice now for 8 years, and for the last 4 years, I've steered our 100% channel-focused approach, from implementing marketing strategies and recruiting and supporting the base of partners that we work with today. PromptVoice partners are fully supported by our experienced channel marketing and account management team to ensure that their journeys are successful and lucrative. We help our partners with everything from designing individual marketing launches to the whole pre-sales and onboarding cycle of their PromptVoice solution. In this webinar, I'll be talking about how PromptVoice can help telecoms resellers and the MSPs in securing additional recursive revenue and the importance of adopting value-add services like PromptVoice into the telecom solution stack. So firstly, who are we? PromptVoice is part of a company, Premier Business Audio, who have been operating since the mid-90s, supplying professionally recorded prompts and on-hold audio to all size businesses, from micro SME right up to global scale contact centres. And we're based in a beautiful part of the countryside, 20 minutes away from Newbury, based in Stoke or Winchester, although our headcount are located all around the UK. Premier Business Audio's other business unit, Premier CX, has the knowledge and experience when it comes to supporting 250-seat plus large contact centres, from health checks of the caller experience to advising on tone of voice and music for brand identity and professional script writing to ensure marketing messages are on brand and purposeful. So now I'd like to give you an overview of PromptVoice itself. So we enable the telecom sector, MSPs, resellers and IT resellers to add value to their telecom solutions by providing professionally recorded prompts for IVR call flows and messaging and music compilations. The audio is used by businesses of all sizes to upsell and entertain their callers whilst waiting in queues and on hold. As our CEO, Anthony, says, without a service like PromptVoice, it's like selling the car without the paint. Functions great, but needs the polish to be shiny and complete. Same with caller experiences. You play an auto-attendant message asking callers to press 1 for sales, but then they only hear ringing or a piece of music in the sales queue. This would be the perfect opportunity to sell to callers via marketing messaging. Or you place a caller on hold to listen to the same music track over and over that they've heard for years. We've all been there. Don't get me started on positioning queue. After calling my travel agent during the last 12 months and being told I'm number 3 in the queue, but I was waiting for 2 hours, I eventually hung up. And you know what? The result of poor caller experience was that I cancelled my holiday by actually going online, and they lost my business. Currently, we have approximately 3,500 businesses using our platform today, ranging from micro SMEs to the larger enterprise businesses. And they're ordering recordings using our some 300 plus native speaking voice artists in over 50 languages, but also through our best of breed text-to-speech services. However, none of this would be possible without our partners, as we are 100% channel-focused SaaS supplier. PromptVoice partners have the opportunity to resell the service through their own branded portals and a variety of subscription plans to attract all customers, no matter the budget. We enable our partners even to be able to offer the service completely free at a basic level with our freemium model. This allows the customer to upgrade through the subscription packages until they settle with the one that meets their needs. Partners not only benefit from the recurring revenues of the subscriptions, but also one-off revenue generation from the end customer when they do use features outside of a subscription plan, just like Netflix and Spotify do. PromptVoice has its own in-house development team, and they work closely with MSPs to differentiate the delivery of audio by integrating instant streaming of messages and music compilations that are actually created by the customer in the reseller's white-labeled portal, straight through the MSP's voice platform to callers when they are placed in a queue or on hold. And this reduces the need for everyone sharing files around via email and resellers needing to download and upload audio files every time a change is needed to messages or music. Our development team ensured the reliability and efficiency of your white labeled portal for your customers. They also closely monitor all feedback and enhancement requests from our partners community. We listen, we analyze, we test again, and then we implement. This puts us in a very strong and reliable position, one that you can trust. If our partners ever need technical support or to talk to us, we are there every step of the way. So, why partner with us? Well, for many of our partners, it's because of the recurring revenues that they can attract from their whole customer base, typically earning between 20–50% margins that are sustainable while helping their customers increasing their margins too. Telecom resellers see our service as a key differentiator to be able to offer alongside their telephony solutions. Most SMBs will be looking for a service like what PromptVoice provides. And in some cases, they're advised to talk to a third party by a telecoms reseller. Or the telecoms reseller may offer to record it for the customer themselves, taking up their time probably better spent in other areas. With the fully white labeled portal our partners receive from us, they simply provide the customer with access to start creating their own audio files to download or stream from the portal. Any updates to the on hold or queues that the customer wants, they manage themselves in the partners portal, but not from scratch. The customer can simply change any element of a compilation's music and messaging themselves. New messaging can be arranged by the customer in seconds with the text-to-speech feature, saving both them and our partners time, cost, and complexity. If the customer would like to record a message with a real voice or a prompt to improve their caller experience, then they can also listen to and select from our professional voice artists that are available in the portal to them as well. Nearly every business will have a website and some presence on social media platforms to upsell themselves and advertise. And since typically 20% of callers' time is spent waiting to talk to someone, why wouldn't that business want to use the telephony aspect to also market themselves? Or to avoid customer churn and caller abandonment, and in some cases to actually placate callers who are waiting at length and thus reducing the agent's stress when they do get to talk to that person. We've seen waiting times in queue and on hold increase vastly over the past year because of reduced headcount in businesses to answer calls and staff working from home. Businesses are looking closer than ever at the marketing opportunities and how to start selling themselves at every customer touchpoint. PromptVoice provides the telecoms industry with the solution to help all businesses do this in the telephony platforms. What's more, with our partnerships, there are no upfront fees or forecasting commitments that we ask for. We'll even help you create your own music and messaging compilations to stream or download as a completely mixed production, ensuring that your customers hear your marketing messaging and a great vibe on your queues and hold areas at no charge to you. As your business and services evolve, you'll not need to worry about out-of-date messaging either, or the headache of changing them. We provide our partners the ability to update their audio through the portal in the experience of an end customer journey as they need, again, without any charge. It's vital for our partners' success that we help them launch their service to their customers. After all, it's taken time from both parties to do the demo, setting up the portal, training their staff, and ensuring billing and provisioning are confident and ready for their customers' orders coming in. So with the help of our account managers and marketing experts at PromptVoice, we designed a completely bespoke launch guide for our partners to walk through. We have a wealth of white labeled videos, email templates, blog ideas, and social media messages to help a partner create inbound inquiries for the subscription services. Don't forget that's recurring revenue for them without having to make calls to their customers. But if they do choose to do that, then it gives the salespeople something new to talk about. Telecoms is a very crowded industry. We help resellers attract loyal customers and an uplift in margin through a different service. Some partners have had success in reselling PromptVoice to customers that they haven't been providing the telephony services to. But when the telephony came up for renewal, since they were providing the professional recording service already, they bid and won that telephony contract. Lastly, something that really is one of our USPs and yours is the voice guarantee. It ensures voice consistency of your customers' recordings for the IVR and queue or on hold messaging. They've picked Kelly, let's say, to record their welcome and marketing messages, but further down the line, they need a new prompt for their out of hours message as it's changed. Unfortunately, Kelly is such a superstar by now that she's gone to be the voiceover for Pixar and not doing telephony recordings anymore. So that leaves your customer with a problem and a few choices. But ultimately, they have to pay out to record everything with a new voice artist or have different voices saying the messages and prompts. This isn't great for building a brand identity, especially those smaller companies trying to make themselves look bigger. Well, that's not the case with your service, as that customer chooses a new voice through the portal, and behind the scenes, we'll work with our partner to have all the live messages and prompts that they have got re-recorded with the new voice, completely free of charge if they would like to do so. So, the solution itself. What we provide you with is a secure, robust, and reliable white label portal that your customers sign into and create their IVR prompts and on hold or in-queue music and messaging mixed together, creating professional quality caller experience audio. It doesn't matter whether their telephone platform is hosted, VoIP, on-prem, you name it. All of these systems have the capability to upload bespoke recorded prompts and a file of music and messaging fully mixed together for the hold and queue areas. What can really make a difference, though, to your customer is when their telephony platform can stream a compilation to a queue or an on-hold area. And I'd really like to show you that in perhaps a personal demo. Customers can listen to our 300 plus real voice artists and choose who they would like to have a message or prompt recorded by and send that script straight to that voice artist instantly for recording. However, if the customer doesn't want to wait a couple of days for a real recording, well, they choose from the best of breed text-to-speech characters that are available to them inside the portal, and they have their IVR prompts or their marketing messages recorded instantly for using. This makes your portal a very powerful tool when customers have urgent needs or they want something out of hours, perhaps, that they can arrange themselves without your involvement, saving you and the customer time from all those emails back and forth like the bad old days. We do things very differently at PromptVoice. The onus isn't on business customers to write scripts from scratch and worry about word count and keep their scripts generic and non-dated to minimize the cost to themselves to advertise or when they're thinking about updating that script. Absolutely not. We encourage them to update their messaging in the hold and their queues. We encourage them to play relevant and entertaining content to callers. As their business changes, or if they have product promotions, new things to introduce, or they'd like seasonality messaging, our subscription packages are revolutionary in the sense that the customer can very easily arrange these changes in your portal without incurring additional costs often associated with other MOH providers. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that actually in your portal, your customer, if on a subscription plan, has access to a vast library of professionally scripted and professionally voiced marketing and comforting messages to use in their hold or queue areas. There's currently something like 10,000 or so ready-made recorded messages in the portal. And these are all sorted by industries and types. So your customer can listen to and simply select the message by putting a tick next to it if they like, choose their music track or the music playlist if they're streaming, and then click download to receive the file instantly, all fully mixed with their background music, all ready for uploading straight to their telephony platform. There was no waiting, no additional cost for this other than the subscription. They didn't have to be a script writer, and if they're streaming, there's no involvement needed from you either. When they add or remove messages or change the music, they do all of that in your portal for just a simply monthly subscription fee. Your involvement is to bill for it. All the music available to your customer in the portal is license free, and our streaming playlists, as we add new music within them, which we do regularly, then that new music simply starts streaming instantly to the partner's customers' callers, ensuring that the caller experience is always fresh, even for those customers who don't regularly update their messaging. What's more, they can even stream news, sport, weather, on this day announcements, that kind of radio style vibe to their callers. That's really helpful if they prefer not to upsell themselves, perhaps. But I say, why not have the best of both worlds? You stream Radio 1, you can't control what adverts are going to be playing to your callers. Create your own radio style, have news, sport, weather, have some of your marketing messages, have some of your comfort messages, have music playlists. Deal with that in a self-service portal. Once the partner has set up that initial stream, everything you change or alter happens instantly. Our partner doesn't need to get involved. So more on recurring revenue now, really, as the topic of today's webinar. So as you can see, this isn't just a recording service for your customers to create files to upload to their telephony platform. Instead of asking you to do it for them for free or recording basic messages themselves, it's much, much more. The service helps make the most of the telephone as a customer touchpoint to upsell, entertain, and inform callers. It's a marketing tool for them without the demand of a regal price. Typically, services far inferior to PromptVoice would retail around £80 per month and tie the customer in for 3 to 5 years, irrelevant of whether the customer did more than one on-hold production with that provider. A very costly service. Your service would typically be 70% lower in price and therefore far more price competitive for the end customer. And with the subscriptions of the service, the customer has access to ready-made marketing messages they can use straight away, text-to-speech for instant recordings, and to avoid recording costs associated with real voice artists, but also the flexibility of the subscription plans that meet any business size needs. With our subscription plans, you should expect to earn a minimum of 20% margin on the monthly recurring revenue element, and at least 50% margins on the add-on features that are available to your customers when they self-serve in your portal. However, while we provide guidance to the direct marketing pricing for you, that doesn't mean to say you have to go out at those suggested RRPs. We encourage our partners to own their margins, and actually the partners can earn uncapped margins by using their own RRPs and their own reselling pricing of the subscription plans and also the add-on fees. So there are several ways of delivering the audio compilations for queues and on hold to your customers' callers, whether it be a streaming subscription plan straight through the telephony platform to callers, or downloading audio files from the portal when needed. Whichever way the customer chooses, they build up a library of all of their messages and prompts in the portal to be able to edit, update, and reuse at any time. We recommend partners enroll all of their customers onto the freemium subscription package as part of a launch campaign. To existing customers, We can help partners with all aspects of adopting this approach, from bulk uploading and creating customer users to the email launch templates themselves and extra guidance. And with this approach, your customers can sign straight into your portal, start self-serving the elements that the freemium package provides, but also they can upgrade to the monthly recursive subscription packages where they can benefit from additional features. Perhaps they'd like different compilations, say one for a sales queue and one for an accounts queue, or they're on hold. Do they want to have access to high quality text-to-speech characters for recording instant messages and prompts? Or maybe the marketing message library to avoid having to create and pay for their bespoke recordings with a real voice? Or even some of the real voice recording the customer's bespoke messages, all included within a set monthly fee. What's more, the customers using your service, it will help them to upsell additional features of your telephony solution as well. So when your customers call you, if you're adopting and using the service, you will be able to sell add-ons. For example, contact center service add-ons like multiple queue licenses or additional features of the platform that you have. Auto attendance, perhaps. The subscription packages truly do meet every business's needs, and all the whilst helping our partners earn healthy monthly recurring revenues from their own upsell opportunities with both new and existing customers. So the typical onboarding process. Our typical onboarding is really supportive with nothing left to the resellers have to struggle with. Once the T's and C's are agreed and you've advised us what pricing you'd like to display to customers for those extra add-ons in your portal, we'll swiftly create your fully branded portals for you. We create a live portal for provisioning and setting up your subscription customers, but we also create a fully branded sandbox domain for your sales teams to be able to demo to customers as well. Everything you need to know for billing and provisioning is provided within our really great onboarding guides. One of our dedicated channel account managers will work with your sales team to train them in how to demo and sell the service, as well as giving them guidance from our expertly crafted battle cards for those tricky conversations. We'll ensure that your teams are confident to handle the inbound inquiries through additional training where you need it. Well, then we'll work with your marketing team. Let's design a tailored launch campaign together. We'll also provide your marketing with white-labeled marketing assets that they can use as part of their launch. Our marketing toolkit is a vital part of what makes our partners really successful in earning these recurring revenues. If time is invested well in the beginning to launch the service to existing customers, then you'll certainly see the rewards in the early weeks through subscribing customers. In the first couple of weeks, you'll have everything you need to succeed. So before we call it a wrap, are there any questions that you'd like to ask or any comments perhaps?
There are some questions coming through, Laura.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
So there is one which is, why would a customer choose to go on one of the subscription models if they don't regularly update?
Okay, that's a really good question. So why would they choose to go on a subscription model if they don't regularly update? The first question would be, why did they not update? Is it because they don't want to script write? You know, are they a car mechanic and they are very good at what they do in their core business, but selling themselves, maybe they don't see the value to? The subscription plans gives that type of customer access to using new sport weather functionality to be able to stream that radio style quality, or simply not to just play one music track, but have a music playlist behind in the streaming, and being able to start to enter the world of selling themselves using our marketing library content of ready-made messages, and also avoiding the cost of actually getting that really voiced with a professional voice artist by using some of the text-to-speech characters that would be available to them as well. But look at the commercial aspect of that. A pay-as-you-go customer versus a subscription customer. Typically, a pay-as-you-go customer may want to get an on-hold production with a couple of messages and a music track from a provider. that they've purchased in the past, they've possibly paid somewhere in the region of £200 to £300 at least for that one on-hold production with a few messages and a static music track. With our service, they're not paying £200 to £300. They can possibly utilise our ready-made comfort messages, use some of the market messages from their industry, tailor those together without any extra charge, add in their music and make that a playlist if they can stream, and then for simply as little as, I don't know, £10 a month, depends what the reseller wants to resell it at, they can get that audio much quicker at a much lower price to them. And when they start using your portal, it's a bit like me with Netflix. I pay £10 a month now for Netflix, but I still go in there and I'll still pay for a film, even though initially when I signed up to Netflix, I thought everything was going to be free and everything I watched, but I'm still on an upgrading and an upselling journey myself within that subscription portal.
Thank you, Laura. There's another question also regarding what kind of tools are available in the marketing toolkit, what kind of white label assets and what kind of white label sales services are available.
Oh, well, Daisy, that's a really good one. And I think that's possibly one that you would be best to answer as one of our marketing experts.
Sure.
Do you want to explain a little more about those assets?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a wide range of assets and collateral, really. There are launch sequences for emails, for social media across multiple platforms. There are videos. All of the content is white labeled in the sense that there's no branding applied, and it's also made very easy for you to lift out anything you need. It's all delivered in editable format, so you can just take the content you need and add it to any that your team or marketing people are already working on. All of it is available in sort of any format that you need it in. There are other branding assets if you want to co-brand things. There are advised stock images. There are PromptVoice logos. We provide further things on demand. So if you need a press release, we would tailor that for you. Or if you need advice with general marketing activities, perhaps you want some personalization or you want some info on email platforms, we are happy to provide that. Laura, I think you might be able to extend my next answer a bit, but our salespeople are also available for white labeled meetings where they would appear as a member of your team to present to your customers or to handle questions. I know you already mentioned the battle cards, Laura, but to expand on that a bit, those objection handling documents are quite lengthy and they're available on request too.
Yes, and they also help the reseller very much answer the why would a customer do pay-as-you-go versus subscription. Thank you ever so much. Well, thanks everybody for joining me today, and I hope you found the content covered in this webinar useful. If you're interested in finding out more about our subscription plans or the great margins available to you, drop me a message in the chat panel or let us know and we'll give you a call, or you can get in touch with me after the webinar. My details are on screen now. I'd really love to be able to show you the partnership program and how we give you a tour of your white labeled portal perhaps. It shouldn't take more than about 20 minutes. Look forward to hearing from you, and thanks ever so much for coming today, guys.